Huh?
Are you recording?
Yep.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
All right, on number 6, we're skipping 1 through 5, okay? And we're going to number 6, and it says, what type of function is the inverse of an exponential function? All right, so we're going to write the definition of a logarithm function. So, a logarithmic function is the inverse of an exponential function. What does the word inverse mean? The opposites, okay? So think back to topic 2 when we did inverses. In order to find the inverse of something, you have to do what to your x and y values? You have to change them. You have to swap them, okay? So, underneath this, I want you to write b to the y equals x. An arrow. Y equals log base b of x. And that b is little. It's in the bottom and it's little. So you're writing this on number 6.
Both of them or just one?
Everything is in red. All right, so what do you notice in the first equation? What letter is in the exponent?
B.
In the exponent.
I mean,
Y. Right here. In the second equation, what letter is in the exponent? What happened to those two values? I swapped them. So I'm finding the inverse. The first equation is set equal to x, but the second equation is set equal to. So what did those two values do? They swap. Okay? So, now, I want you to write this equation as an example. W equals log base 2 and then f over 20 in parentheses. Okay? So remember, it's y equals log base b of x. So in this case, what is my y value? You're just matching the spots. W. What is my b, my little number, my base? 2. And then my x is f over 20. All right. So now we take y, b, and x, and we write it in the form of b to the y equals x. So what is going to come first? 2. What's going to be our y? W equals f over 20. So you just changed an equation from a logarithm to an exponential. Okay? All right, now flip over to the next page. And it gives us this right here. F equals 20 times 2 to the power of W. Okay? On number 1, on your page 367, it asks us name the base, the coefficient, and the exponent. Well, which one do you know right off the bat? You really should know 2 right off the bat.
Exponent.
You know the exponent. What's the exponent?
W.
Good. What comes right before the exponent? The base or the coefficient? The base. So my base is? So what does 20 have to be? My coefficient. Coefficient is just a plain old number. It has nothing attached to it, just a number. Okay? All right. So now, what I want to do is I want to take this equation, the one we've already looked at, and I want to solve it for W. Okay? So, number 2. F equals 20 times 2 to the power of W. All right, now I want to get 2 to the W by itself. Okay? So I want to get rid of that 20. What is 20 doing with that base and exponent? It's multiplying. What's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. So we're going to divide both sides by 20. These cancel. And I'm left with F over 20 equals 2W. Now, is that an exponential function or is that a log function? Do you see the word log? It's an exponential. It's only log if you actually see the word log. Okay? I want to solve for W. So right now I have an exponential function, so I've got to change it to the log form. Okay? So this is x equals b to the y. Same thing as me saying 2w equals f over 20 if you would rather write it as b to the y equals x. Okay? All it did is flip the sides. They're the same thing. Alright, so now we take that exponential and we solve for y equals log base b of x to get w by itself. So what is my y? In either of the bottom equations. They're both the same. So what is my y value? Here's y. What's in the same place as that y? W. See, here's the w. It's in the exponent. Equals my log. What's my base? My b. 2. And my x is f over 20. Now, why did I put parentheses around f over 20? That log has to go to the f and the 20. Okay? Has to go to the whole thing. All right. Number 3, 4 to the x equals 64. I suggest writing the conversion. It's just easier. So is this exponential or is this log? It's exponential. So remember, exponential is b to the y equals x. And we're changing that to y equals log base b of x. All right, first, what is my y value? X equals log, what's my base? 4 of 64. Good. All right, I want you to do number 4. So it's 1 over 25 equals x to the negative 2. So this time, it's just swapped the different sides. So this is b to the y, and this is our x. So take that and change it to y equals log base b of x. All right, Andre, what is my y value?
X.
Not x. Here's y. Okay. Negative 2 equals log base. Xavier, what's my b? What's my base value? X. Colin, what goes in the parentheses? 1 over 25. Shake your head yes if you got that right. Good. All right, next page. Now we are going from log to exponential. So we have 2 equals log base 6 of x. So what is the generic equation that I want to write under that? Y equals log base b of x. Okay? And I'm changing it to what? What's the generic equation? Equals x. Good. All right. So, what is my b value? 6. What is my y value? 2 equals x. But what is 6 squared? 36. Good. All right, y equals log base b of x transform to b to the y equals x. Do this one on your own. All right, Cam, what is my b value? X. Chase, what is my y value?
3.
3 equals what, Molly? 8. Good. Everybody get that? All right, we're going to skip number 7 and do 8 first, and then we'll come right back to 7. All right, so number 8, we are changing from what to what? Exponential to log. So go ahead and write your generic equations. So you have them. B to the y equals x transforms to what comes first? Y equals log base b of x. All right, so I want you to try 8, A, B, and C all on your own. All right, for the first one, it was 10 to the x equals 100,000. Okay? Jackson, what is my y value? Huh? Just my y. My y. It's in the same spot as this y. X. X is in the same spot. Equals log base, not B, but Haley, what is my base?
I'll put 10.
10 is correct. Times 100,000. Now, the reason I put parentheses around that 100,000 is because it's a lot of ones and a lot of zeros that are running together. I'm just separating it. Okay? You don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm just doing it for me. All right, for the second one, x to the 0 equals 1. Kaylee, what is my y value? It's in the same spot as the y. B.
X.
The same spot as the y. I've circled the y up here. It's in the exponent. 0 equals log base. Sam, what is my b value? Not the 1. B comes right before the exponent. X of 1. Yes, we got that. All right, C is 9 to the 0.5 power equals X. Andre, what is my Y value? 0.5. Xavier, what is my B value?
9.
Good. Kayla, what is my X? Just X. I got those? Yes? All right. Let's go back to number 7. Alright, for each equation below, find the value of x. Okay? All of these equations are in what form?
Log.
They are in log. So we're going to write our function, our rule. Y equals log base b of x. We've got to change those to yep. All right. First one. Log base 4 of x equals 2. Kevion, what is my b value? 4. Molly, what is my y value? Not log. Y is what it said equal to. 2 equals what? What's my x? Just x. Now, you can solve x because you know that 4 squared is 16. Good. All right. On the second one, we have log base x of 8 equals 3. So first we have to change it. What is my b value, Cam? X. My exponent is going to be what, everybody? 3 equals 8. Now, some of you can probably look at that and know what x is. Okay? But if you don't, how do I get rid of a cube?
That's square root.
I cube root it. It's the same thing, basically. So I'm going to cube root both sides. A cube and a cube root cancel. So I'm just left with x equals, what's the cube root of 8?
4.
Not 4. 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 would be 8. Okay, so x would be 2. All right, what do you notice about the last one? How does it differ from the first two? Huh? Right, my base value is an actual number. And my big number is an actual number. Okay? So you can do this a couple of different ways. This is only if you have actual numbers. Okay? So everybody get out your calculators. There's 2 different ways you can do this. You can hit math and go all the way down to A, where it says log base. Everybody see that? All right, what's going to go in that little box? 5. What's going to go in the big box? 25. And you hit enter. And you get 2. Also, another way, alpha, window, 5, brings up the same thing. Type in the same thing, and you get the same answer. So, a couple of different ways. Write all these for C. Math A, or alpha window 5, and it'll bring up log with a little box and a big box. All right. Now, we're going to learn this technique on Friday, but another way to do this, only if you have two numbers, is, well, let's do log base. This is the log form, okay? Log x over log b. So log 25 over log 5. I think of it like this. The actual size of the number, not like if it's closer to 100, it's a greater number, but like the actual size. You see how the 25 is bigger than the little bitty 5? Big number goes on top. The baby number goes on the bottom. Okay? You type that in your calculator. Just using log, LOG. Everybody see LOG on their calculator? LOG 25 divided by LOG 5. You should still get 2. You got to close your parentheses, yes.
Oh.
Always close your parentheses. Alright, now flip all the way over to page 374.
$3.54.
74. And from now until lunch, I want you to do
ABC.
19, all of 19. So all of those examples are in what form? They're in log. So I have to change them to exponential. So I'm going to write the function rule. Y equals log base x changes to b to the y equals x. Don't solve for x yet. We'll solve for x after lunch, but just change the two forms. A was log base 2, 8 equals x. All right. What is going to be my b value? 2 raised to what power?
X.
Equals. Now, what do you know? 2 to what power equals 8? 3. To the power, not 2 times 4, 2 to the third power. So 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? All right. The second one log base 2 of -4 equals x. Okay? Jackson, what is my b value? 2. Kaylee, what is my y value? Not -4. X equals what? -4. Now, right here. Is there anything that I can do where I'm going to get a negative number?
Yes.
The only thing I can do is put something in the exponent. I can't put a negative number in the exponent. It don't work like 2 times -2. So this has no solution. All right. 19c log base 2 of x equals 4. Xavier, what is my b value?
10.
Huh?
Wait, what? 2.
What's my b value?
Wait, huh? No.
We're on C.
Oh,
What's my b value?
2.
2. Colin, what is my y value? 4. Equals what? X. But 2 to the 4th is 16. All right. D. Andre, what is my B value? Huh?
Where?
What?
10.
10.
Oh, in the future.
What is the power going to be, Molly?
Oh, sorry.
Not X. 1 equals X. But anything to the 1 power is itself. So 10 to the 1 power is just 10. All right. E. Listen. Log base 2 of 1 equals X. Chase. Shh. What is my B value, Cam? 2. What power is it, Sam? Not 1. X equals 1. Now, think back without even having to solve anything. Topic 7, exponent rules. It has to be 0 because anything to the 0 power equals 1. All right. Flip over to page 375. Number 20. Stop. Log base 3. X plus 2 equals 4. All right, so what form is this? Exponential or log? Log. We got to change it to exponential. Okay, so first, what is going to be my B value, the number that goes in that first box on number 20? 3 raised to what power? 4 equals
2x.
not 2x, not 2.
5. I meant 6.
Where did you get 6 from? Okay, so let's rewrite this form. Y equals log base B of x. What is in that x spot? X plus 2. This time, it just has a plus 2 attached to it. Do what? Yep. So this, on Friday, will implement transformations. So this same rule, x plus 2, applies as it has every other time. So if you have an x plus 2 in the parentheses, is it going to go to the right 2 or is it going to go to the left 2?
The left 2.
It's going to go to the left. So that's what that means. Okay? Now, we have to solve for x. What is 3 to the 4th power, though?
48.
Not 48.
31.
81 equals x plus 2. I have to do one step. What is that one step?
Subtract.
Subtract 2. 81 minus 2 is?
79.
So 79 equals x. Okay? Now, at the bottom, it says, is the solution you found a valid solution to the original equation? What does the word valid mean?
Correct.
Huh?
Correct.
Correct or it's true. Okay? Alright, so how do we figure out if something is true or not?
Plug it back in.
Plug it back in. So x equaled 79, so we're going to plug x back in. 79 in for x. So log base 3. 79 plus 2 equals 4. What's 79 plus 2? 81 equals 4. So now we have to take that log and change it to exponential. So what is my base? 3 raised to what power? Equals 81. Does 3 to the 4th equal 81? Yes, so is this a valid solution? Yes. I am going to give you a worksheet
So bring back on Friday?
to bring back on Friday. Yep. And it's just a worksheet over going from exponential to log or log to exponential. Okay?